What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Today I want to focus in on comments from one of the guys that I really looked up to in the radio industry, sports radio, and just racial ignorance in hockey on the whole. Colin Cowherd, who I listen to consistently. I've read his book. I really enjoyed reading his book. Said that typically black people don't watch hockey. And first of all, you'd be naive to say hockey's not a predominantly white sport. That's just the way it is. But to make a blanket statement like that, and I get it was hyperbole, which I just completely butchered the pronunciation of that word, is pure ignorance. I mean, I think you're looking at it, you're in a time in the game of hockey, especially in the United States, where kids from all over, from all different races are trying the sport. And, for a fan of the game, it's great to see now we have these different places to draw talent from. Even going beyond race, looking at the geography of the game, legitimate pro prospects are coming out of places like Florida, Texas, California, Arizona. And they're really turning heads and showing that it doesn't matter where you're from. If you're good enough, you're going to make it. And I think the same thing goes with race. I mean, Seth Jones is going to be the next great American defenseman. There's a kid that I think, has superstar written all over him. And you're looking at him. You're looking at, obviously, P.K. Subban won the Norris Trophy 2 years ago. A year ago, 2013. Joe McGillen's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Wayne Simmons is a stud. You can sit here and talk about great black players till you blue in the face. I mean, there's so many in the league, and there's more coming up. And it's a reason to be to show that the game's as diverse as it's ever been, and it's getting to the point where it'll be even more diverse because more kids from different places and different backgrounds are trying the game, and that's great. As someone who loves the game with all my heart, that's something you want to see. You don't want to perpetuate these racial stereotypes is just wrong, and it sucks. It ruins what's otherwise a great product. To have these negative people, these naysayers, putting it down as though it's all for white people. It's like, no, it's not. And I think look no further than the former Super Bowl champion with the New England Patriots, Jermaine Wiggins, out of Eastie High, no less. You look at that. He's on NESN now full time, I believe. Now before that, he was on Comcast Sports New England, analyzing football. But he plays a lot. He's a huge Bruins fan. He's got his kids playing it. There's a guy that loves the game. Wiggy, not to go too far aside, we need Wiggy a power play with CJ shirt because we need athletes outside of hockey wearing them. We get enough former and current NHL prospects wearing them to outfit like 2 expansion teams. So we'll work on that later. But Wiggy loves the game, and to play the stereotype card of a guy like that's foolish, and just it's wrong. Why should someone like or not like something because the color of skin? It's ridiculous. And hopefully the racial stereotypes surrounding the game get broken down in the next couple of years because, quite frankly, I want to see the best players on the ice. I don't care what they look like. I don't care what their skin color, what their background is. I want to see great players. And with the rise of youth hockey in places that it wasn't in the past, I think that we'll see more of that going forward. I think there's every reason to be optimistic. I don't say optimistic or pessimistic, just that there's going to be more kids from different areas playing big time hockey. And for Cowherd, first of all, ESPN doesn't know shit about hockey. We know that. But for Cowherd to make such a blanket ignorant statement, it's ridiculous, and something he should consider. He should think before he speaks. Now, I'm guilty of doing what not with racial issues, but shooting without aiming, as they say. And but it's different for Colin Cowherd. He has to be held to a higher standard because he's a big time radio personality. He's got a national audience. He makes 7 figures a year, and I'm on the power play. So a little bit of a disparity in our audience there. But if I got to think about what I say, so should someone that's on the national scale, and especially when it's just wrong and stupidly foolish. But anyway, that's our episode of the Power Play with CJ on Colin Cowherd making boneheaded statements about the game of hockey and how race pertains to that. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.